This video is sponsored by Wildlife Command Center Coffee. More about them at the end of the video. Hey everybody, it's me, John Ward, and I am back with another Dark Park film reviews. And on this video, we are going to be looking at the very first $1.25 DVD and Blu-ray purchases from Dollar Tree. They did it. I guess for some people it happened in January. For us out here in Vegas, or probably all of Nevada, it started in February. And they basically have pretty much no items anymore that are $1. When I did go in, there were a lot of signs up for $1.25, and I did see some signs up that said $1, but not much. But all their DVDs and Blu-rays did go up to $1.25. And even though I have basically just sitting right over there, 2 full bags of Blu-rays and DVDs that I purchased in the last, I don't know, couple weeks, about a month ago, something like that. They were all still $1. I wanted to have this one be the $1.25. So you guys know when you go into Dollar Tree, these are now old and new DVD and Blu-ray, that these are now $1.25. And sometime down the road, I'll look at the other ones that I got, because there's a bunch worth mentioning, but I don't know if they're really available anymore. So, and I am surprised that Dollar Tree is getting the amount of DVDs and Blu-rays that they are, maybe because everything went up in price. So they're sending them all out knowing that the DVDs and Blu-rays are popular, just to make more money. You know, I mean, they got signs up that say the reason why our price has changed, how it's gone up a quarter, which really isn't that bad when you think about it. I mean, I buy a lot of stuff there. Like I even buy my laundry detergent there because it was only $1 and it comes in a big jug. Well, paying 25 more cents for a big jug of laundry detergent that will last me the whole month is still better than paying for it at the grocery store. So that's good. But if you're buying a lot of movies, it can add up. And so what I did was I took my receipt and so it's here. It's kind of hard to see a little bit there, but up here are all the movies that I purchased. Down here were like just food, you know, and drinks and stuff like that. So I'm not counting that right now. But every single item on here is $1.25. Not one thing on here was still $1, even though they do have some things priced as $1. So I guess technically they could still call themselves Dollar Tree, because just like, you know, the 99 cents only store can call itself the 99 cents only store, technically, I guess, because they still have things that are 99 cents. Well, Dollar Tree still has things that are $1. And of course, that's going to save them a ton of money in rebranding. And as I'm sure the person who said, you know what, let's start changing everything to $1.25, probably some, you know, corporate schmo in some, you know, meeting said, well, let's jack everything up in 2022, you know, while there's still a pandemic going on, and you know, we can make some more money that way. But the 25 cents isn't going to break anybody. It doesn't. It just depends on what you purchase and how much of it that you do purchase. So I bought on this particular day 14 movies. And it's funny is I've never really looked at the receipt before, but they're just listed as DVD, Blu-ray, and it says January 2022. So, but I actually bought these, and you can see it down here. It's February 4th, 2022. So these are, I guess, these are all the new movies that came in January, maybe. But yeah, there's no names on these or anything. So they have no idea really what to buy. I guess they just get them all in boxes because it is overstock. So if you see stuff from different companies, like I've been showing a lot of MGM and things, that's overstock from MGM. That's stuff that they can't get rid of. So they're going to sell it to Dollar Tree. And who knows, maybe for 50 cents a DVD, and then they jack it up to $1 so they can make a profit. And now maybe this is, it's possible that maybe some of this stuff from these corporations, they even jacked up the prices to 75 cents, which is why they had to add on the extra quarter. So who knows the real story? I think it's just corporate greed. I don't trust corporations or anything, because I know it's hard to see, but up here it just says Blu-ray DVD, but down here it does list everything I bought. So it does show things, pot pie beef, pot pie chicken. I like pot pies. Hot pocket cheeseburger. I like hot pockets. This is good stuff for me to keep at work. And so down there, they know exactly what they're selling. Up here, they have no idea. So if you're trying to find a particular Blu-ray or DVD, they have no idea if they should reorder that or not. It probably just all comes in boxes, gets scanned in one way, and then they just put them out. So they might know that they have a total of, 100, 200 DVDs and Blu-rays. So maybe like 100 DVDs, 100 Blu-rays. And then when they get down to a certain amount, they reorder, but they have really no idea what's coming in or what to reorder of what was popular. So out of the 14 that I got, I did my math, and I spent an extra $3.50 with them adding on that 25 cents. That could have been 3 more movies I purchased, but they got $3 extra out of me. So once again, it could be worse. It's either you just kind of live with it and just buy the movies, or you don't. So what are you going to do? But yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to do this video first instead of looking at some of the older ones that I have, because then this kind of prepares you when you go in there to look for films. So what I have here is, let me just take a quick drink. I don't like when coffee mugs do this. I really wish they would put whatever it is on both sides. This happens to be my Danny Elfman Tim Burton mug. This is a concert that I went to many years ago when Danny Elfman was he was performing this in Los Angeles. It was my first time seeing him since, I want to say, 94, and with Oingo Boingo. And I was absolutely blown away by this, that they performed all the songs from Nightmare Before Christmas. They did all the Tim Burton soundtracks that Danny Elfman worked on, pretty much from like Pee-wee all the way up to whatever that movie was, whatever the current movie was at that time. I want to say maybe Mars Attacks or something, but it was around that area. And so I picked up a coffee mug because, as you guys know, I love coffee mugs. I also have this poster. It's the same poster. I got it framed and it's hanging in my room. It's actually pretty big. Yeah, it was a great show. And I'm so glad I went. Now he does these type of things every year for Halloween. They're normally at the Hollywood Bowl, and he sings more and does more stuff. So I'm very happy that and then plus he has a new album out called Big Mess, and he's released some singles that he did, during COVID. And so he's been active in the last few, more active in the last few years. But this was kind of like the first time that he came back on the scene. So I'm really happy to have this mug. And now that I've said all that, I'm thirsty again. Okay. So what I want to start with is upgrades. So we're going to start with Blu-ray, and then I'm going to show you the DVD and then the Blu-ray that I upgraded. It's only $1, so I don't mind upgrading when I do find them this way. And the 25 cents is fine for Blu-ray, whatever. I think at some point, probably down the road, once we all get used to paying this extra $1.25, is they're going to make DVD and Blu-ray a different price. So maybe they'll say, oh, hey, DVDs are, $1.25, but Blu-rays are $1.50. Or maybe they'll say DVDs are $1 and Blu-rays are $1.50, so they could still keep that. I've seen places do that before, but for right now, I'm okay with the $1.25. I've kind of exhausted the stores in my area, so I won't be going back for a little bit until they maybe get some new stuff in. But I can always look at old stuff because there's like I said, there's two big bags over there. So plus there's all the stuff that I order from Amazon, eBay. I have some stuff coming in from David Sterling. I have some stuff coming in from Oldies. I have some stuff coming in from overseas. So there's gonna be a ton of stuff to look at. So, all right, first one is The November Man. And this is with, with Pierce Brosnan. And so I originally got this on DVD, but I upgraded it to the Blu-ray. And this is Blu-ray plus digital copy is in here. And I don't think there's any... Well, no, okay, wait, hold on. So it is worth getting the I haven't really looked at any of these. I just opened them up, and that's about it. Because that's how new these are to me. So according to this, special features, making of The November Man, but on the Blu-ray, so this is worth picking up. Special features, the making of The November Man, bringing Balagard to the big screen. Bronson is back. Commentary, excuse me, by Roger Donaldson, Pierce Brosnan, and producer Beau St. Clair. So this has 3 extra things on it than this, unless they just don't mention them on the back. But yeah, definitely pick this up because it looks like it has more stuff on it. And then it's got its digital stuff inside. The inside's the same? I wonder. Let's see. So that's the cover of the inside, which is just the front, more or less the front. And let's see what's the inside. Okay, it's a different picture inside. There's the stuff for the digital. It's got a different picture inside. So I like that because that picture isn't anywhere here. So yeah, so this gets saved. This goes to Zia Records. So this will go over there. This gets put over here, so I can look at that later. The next one is, and this is one that I'm really glad that I got. November Man is one that I'm happy with too. But this originally I got this on DVD, and it's The Redeemed, and it's with Joe Estevez. Gotta love Joe Estevez, and Matt McCoy. I do like this poster, and so I did find it on Blu-ray. And this is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So this can definitely go bye-bye. But let's see as far as any special features on this. This is Echo Bridge. So I'm going to guess not. Let's take a look inside. So it's got that picture on the inside, which is just the front. So let's see. Nothing. Yeah, it looks exactly the same on the front and the back. And yeah, so they're it's just, it's Echo Bridge, so it's going to be cheap and lazy. But at least they tell you there's DVD, there's Blu-ray. So, but yeah, so definitely keeping this. This is one still high on my list to watch because I like both of them, especially Joe Estevez. I still wish he did a cameo on the blinking on the Martin Sheen Presidents series that he did. Well, we know what it is, but it would have been nice since Renee Estevez was on there. I'll think about it before the video is probably done. If not, we all know what I'm talking about. I thought I had it, but doesn't matter. So this gets kept, and this goes to the pile for Zia Records. There we go. The next one is Everfall, and I like the poster for it. I have no idea really what this film is. I've never heard of it, but when I did the video that this is in, I read the back and everything. So, yeah, so I don't really know. Let's see if there's, well, it's Echo Bridge again. So most likely no special features. That's the disc inside. So let's look at this. So here's the Blu-ray for it. And Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So that DVD goes bye-bye. Any special features listed on here? No. And I do like the front, and I like the back. And same thing because it's Echo Bridge. So DVD, Blu-ray. So this gets kept, so it goes right there, and this goes back over here. Boom, that goes into that pile. Now, these are the two newest ones that I got that are not replacements or upgrades. So this is called Bel Canto, and I've not heard of it, but I got it for who's in it. I really like Julianne Moore. She's a good actress. She's beautiful. I really like watching her. She's just very good in everything she does. She played Carrie's mom in the newest version of Carrie and was really good in that one too. And Ken Wantabe, I like him too. He's good. It does say based on the New York Times bestseller, and it's Academy Award winner Julianne Moore and Academy Award nominee Ken Wannabe. So there's its side, and there's its back. So let's see. There is a review. Let's see. Searing and Artful, LA Weekly. They do make a point of pointing out the soundtrack. Soundtrack available on Decca Gold. It's directed by Paul Wetz, maybe Wetz. Yeah, but I think it's Wetz. Let's see. It's not rated. 102 minutes. It's widescreen. And it's Screen Media Films. Bonus features about the characters, about the history. It doesn't say that it's like based on a true story or anything. So let's see. Based on the best-selling novel, a famous opera singer is held hostage in South America by a guerrilla rebel group after performing at a Japanese businessman's lavish birthday party. Unexpected bonds are forged in the standoff that ensues. Once again, I've said this with other movies. Stop going to other countries. Just stop. Just stop. I'm sorry. People get kidnapped. People get blown up. People get murdered. Just stop. Granted, you can do all that stuff can happen in America too, but and I'm not one of those people. I would love to go visit the UK and France and Australia and all those places. I'd love to just visit Canada, which is right above us here. But Canada's probably pretty safe. Yeah, I don't know. Every time you see one of these movies, somebody's being held hostage or murdered. So, but this sounds okay. But it doesn't say who's who. So I'm not sure if Julianne Moore is the opera singer and she gets kidnapped by Ken here. I don't know. Doesn't say. It's very brief. Let's take a look inside. And all right, well, kind of, not sure what to make of that. It's different, that's for sure. And it's nowhere on the front or back here, so that's good. I have a Boris up here who wants to eat that. He wants to eat this, so I'm going to put this on the floor for him. Boris, you want this? Meow. There you go. There you go. You can go play with that. He likes to play with receipts, so he can play with that receipt. The next one is the last Blu-ray, and this is one I'm very happy about having. I did find Zoolander, which I think is really good. It's got Mila in it, so of course they'd like it. And I also found Zoolander 2, or number 2, which Mila's only in for, excuse me, literally like 30 seconds. She probably had one day, if not maybe 6 hours on set. She's barely in the film. I mean, it's literally a cameo of her, and for like, it has to be like 30 seconds. And it's not as good as the first one, but for $1 each, have Zoolander 1 and 2. So I'm happy to have this one, and it is Anchorman. And this is the unrated version. If it was the R-rated version, I wouldn't have picked it up. So I'm glad that it's the unrated version. I do believe Zoolander 2 is unrated also. And both of those are on Zoolander 1 and 2 are DVD, Blu-ray for this one. So this is Will Ferrell, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. And of course, we got the whole cast there. I mean, who doesn't know all them? Who doesn't love this movie? And there's its side and its back. So my history with Will Ferrell is kind of weird. Is I normally will not see a Will Ferrell movie. Like if it's this type of Will Ferrell movie where he's the main guy, I will not go see them in the theater. I will wait till they come out unrated, because I don't find Will Ferrell funny rated. I find Will Ferrell funny unrated. And I don't know why that is, because I thought he was hilarious on Saturday Night Live. But for some reason, I just don't find his films, and some others too. It's mostly the Judd Apatow camp that I don't find funny when the films are rated. Unrated, they're hilarious. They're hysterical. So I'm glad this is unrated. And I did show you the back. So this is Paramount, which is nice because maybe then Anchorman 2, which I did like, will come out at Dollar Tree. This is the now for many people, maybe you guys don't know this, there is technically 3 Anchorman movies. There was so much footage shot for this, and it didn't test well. So they reshot stuff. In between Anchorman and Anchorman 2, there is another film, and it's a full-length movie. And it's all the footage. They put it in to make a movie. So technically, Anchorman, and then there's Anchorman, and I forget what that film is called, but that's technically part 2. And then, or at least like 1.5. And then Anchorman 2 is kind of like Anchorman 3. But there is a whole other movie for this, which you can find. It's out there. I've seen it. I'm just blanking on what it is. But all the zoo stuff is different, and some of the fight stuff is different. So check it out, because it's good to get all 3. I don't think it's on here at all. No, it's not. But on here it says Burgundy is the new blue Blu-ray. Here you have there you have Ron Burgundy jumping up in the air, all happy, and here's Ron doing a cannonball. There's Ron and his guys jumping up in the air, being happy, and then here is Ron playing the that flute, and he lights the fire to come out of it. The special features are commentary by Adam McKay, who's the director, Will Ferrell, Lou Rawls, Andy Richter, Kyle Gass, Paul Rudd, David Co. Oh God, here we go. Of course, it's the only one that I can't pronounce. Is it Chinner? David Chinner, and Christina Applegate. You also get bloopers, 36 deleted and expanded scenes. So this might be all that footage, or maybe a lot of that footage. They just don't have it in movie form here. They're just doing it as deleted and extended scenes. Afternoon Delight music video, and then the ESPN Sports Center audition, Ron Burgundy. So this is written by Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. Adam McKay directed it. I like Adam McKay a lot. I'm a big Judd Apatow fan. And David O. Russell is one of the producers. So there's a fair amount. Who else is in this that's not? Steve Carell, of course. Fred Willard. Judd Apatow's daughter, Maud Apatow, is on that HBO show Euphoria. She's quite good in it. She's becoming a good actress. So if you're following, especially the films directed by Judd Apatow, you can watch both his kids, both his daughters, grow from just like being like little babies up into adults. It's really kind of weird that you could just watch them, just become adults. This is 2004, DreamWorks, Paramount. Did this have? This is 2018. So it's not that old. Let's see here. So I guess because it's unrated. Oh, wow. Can I read that? Because there's a lot there. So let's see. It is unrated. So this picture previously was released in a version rated PG-13 for sexual humor, language, and comic violence. This unrated version contains material different from the original PG-13 rated version. Yes, it's better. That's why. Parental Advisory. There's a very long parental advisory box here. So let's see. Explicit content. Warning, this program is recommended for mature audiences only. It contains adult language and situations. And it runs 98 minutes, 2004, unrated. So it's not that long. I wasn't going to read this one, but because everybody knows what it is, but it's not that long. So let's see. There was a time before cable when the local anchorman reigned supreme. ... Enter the hard-hitting world of 1970s local TV news, where Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell, and his loyal Channel 4 news team, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell, and David Koechner, are San Diego's #1 rated news source. All is well in their male-dominated world of news until beautiful rising star reporter Veronica Cornerstone, Christina Applegate, turns it all upside down. Sparks don't just fly, they ignite in an all-out war between the two perfectly co-fitted? Two perfectly co-fied? Oh, fuck. Anchor persons. Two perfectly co-fitted? Co-fitted? I don't know what that word is. Co-fitted. Okay, I'm sorry. In a job where it pays to keep a straight face. Anchorman is the comedy that makes it almost impossible to stop laughing. Perfectly conified? Conified. See, if I let it sit in my brain long enough, conified anchor persons, two perfectly conified anchor persons, conified, two perfectly fitted, two perfectly, I think it's quantified. Okay. I either got it right or I got it wrong. So next it's DVDs. And so the first one is Machine Gun Preacher, which I heard was kind of a letdown. I have not seen it. I like Gerald Butler, but yeah, I've heard it's not what you would think. So let's see. It's from the director of Monsters Ball and The Kite Runner. Hope is the greatest weapon of all. And so I'm assuming that there's his machine gun. So Gerald Butler must be the machine gun preacher. And he's kind of holding back this little kid who might be like a poor little kid, kind of like living in the slums, and he's protecting them. I actually like this. It's like a black and white cover with kind of like a spotty, different colored title up there. So I like the cover. Looks like the kid here is maybe holding onto his pant leg, and he's like, telling him to like don't go forward. Oh, what's it say on the side? Gerald Butler, Michelle Monaghan, and Michael Shannon. And this is Echo Bridge. So I don't think this is the all-out action Rambo movie that I thought that it originally was. It's directed by Mark Foster, written by Jason Keller. Doesn't show any special features. Well, yeah, it's Echo Bridge. Widescreen, 129 minutes. Rated R. Can I read that? Let's see. For violent content, killing, disturbing images, language, some drug use, and a scene of sexuality. That's why it's R. This is 2020. Man, I'm surprised I could read that. That was really tiny right there. I'm surprised I could read it. Get it in the lighting right. Anybody else in this? So it looks like Gerald Butler and Michelle Monaghan are the two main people in it. Michael Shannon is probably the villain because he's after the title. Kathy Baker, name sounds familiar. Okay, so let's, oh wow. Produced by 1, 2, 3, 4. Produced by 5 people. All right, so let's find out what this is about. Just released from prison, former drug-dealing tough guy Sam Childers, Gerald Butler, is upset to find that his wife, Lynn Michelle Monaghan, has quit stripping and found religion. Okay. He is upset about that. That's what it says. Sam Childers is upset to find out that his wife has stopped stripping and found religion. Okay. I'm not religious. I'm an atheist, actually, but I don't know. I think that probably, especially if you're a former drug dealer, tough guy who just got released from prison and found out that your wife stopped stripping and found religion, you might be kind of happy because you probably found religion in prison. Okay. That's if you weren't religious before. After he reaches rock bottom, he joins her to church where he encounters a missionary just back from Africa and learns that construction workers are needed for a mission in Sudan. Sam signs up and once there learns of the plight of orphaned children in their civil war. Soon he takes up arms and fights the orphaned children's fight. Soon he takes up arms and helps the orphaned children fight the merciless rebels. So, yeah, so I originally, of course, with the title like this, I assumed that it was kind of Rambo-like, but I don't think that's at all. So there you got, there's a Gerald Butler or Sam with I guess those are probably all the orphan kids. There you have, there's Gerald and Michelle right there. Then you have Gerald and Michael right there. There's Gerald again with a gun. Gerald again with a gun. Looks like Gerald, he has video. He has like a small handy cam. And he's with all the kids. And then there's Gerald, Michelle, and they're hugging a kid. Maybe their daughter, who knows? So, I mean, I've heard it's good. It's just not what you expect. And it's just the same. All right. So the next one follows in line with, MGM is just releasing all their Woody Allen movies. So I got one that's during what I consider to be one of the best periods in Woody Allen's career. That's when he did stuff like Zelig, Broadway Danny Rose, and he also did The Purple Rose of Cairo. I don't really like this box. I think it's very boring. And this one is interesting because Mia Farrow is in a movie theater and everybody that's on screen, she can walk into the movie like it comes to life. Woody Allen had a very experimental period in his career where some of his movies were black and white, some were color. They were all roughly around 90 minutes. And like I said, this follows in like Zelig, Broadway Danny Rose. What other ones came out around this time? I don't think Radio Days was in this period. But he was very creative in this time period, which would have been like the 1980s. So this has Mia Farrow, Jeff Daniels, and Danny Aiello, Purple Rose of Cairo. Lots of wasted space. Lots of wasted space on here. Not a fan of this at all. And of course it's MGM. You can see that right there. And at some point, I should just do a video on all the MGM videos. And then here's its back. Oh, man, that's long. It says on top, a masterpiece. It's got that skyline from the other Woody Allen DVDs. Written and directed by Woody Allen. This has one of his main producers on it, Charles H. Jaffe. Director of photography is done by the great Gordon Willis. Man, just the names on the front are the ones that are on the back here. PG, 1984, color and black and white, because it starts in color. Then when she goes into the movie, it turns into black and white. 82 minutes. Oh, this is interesting. So the other ones of these were 2020, I believe. This is 2021. Am I off on that? I think they were 2020. And this is 2021. So they're still producing these. So Orion Pictures does say a masterpiece, because it's from Time Magazine. Okay, so there's the movie theater that she goes to. The Purple Rose of Cairo is playing. It's playing at the Jewel Theater. There's Mia Farrow sitting in the audience. And then this is her in the movie, but I think this might be colorized, this picture here. I think this is meant to be black and white. It's a little much to read, so let's take a little bit here. So one of the best movies about movies ever made. That's from Time Magazine. Woody Allen's The Purple Rose of Cairo slips through the looking glass of cinematic convention to create a magical Intoxicating, that's from Cosmopolitan. Comic tale about life, love, illusion, and hope, starring Mia Farrow, Jeff Daniels, Danny Aiello, and Diane Wiest, who's been in several of his films. This Academy Award nominated film showcases, and what was the Academy Award for? We'll say it down here because it's got the little star. 1985 screenplay written directly for the screen. So he was nominated for an Academy Award for this. Film showcases Alan at his most imaginative and compassionate, capturing the magic of cinema, that is from Screen International, in all of its bittersweet glory. Now we're going to get into what the movie is about. So, lonely Depression era, because this is a period piece, waitress Cecile Farrow is hopelessly addicted to Hollywood movies. Spellbound by her new favorite, the Purple Rose of Cairo, Cecilia is astonished when the leading man, Daniels, suddenly walks off the screen to meet her. Wooed by his charm, Cecilia finds herself falling for him until she meets the real actor who plays him. So maybe that's the real actor. That's why it's in color. I haven't seen this in a very long time. Cecilia struggles to locate the shifting line between fantasy and reality, only to discover that sometimes it's just a heartbeat away. Yeah, so this is, God, I wish this Woody Allen wasn't how he's looked at today. The guy was such a great filmmaker. For decades, he was a great filmmaker. I really looked up to the guy for a long time. I got books on him. I've seen like Annie Hall, like 5-6 times. I've watched Manhattan. I mean, even his old, Played Again, Sam, I love. That's not directed by him, but it's just why it sucks, man. It's the MGM boring. It's the same as the other ones. They could have at least made this purple, All right. So the next one is one that I did skip over on one of my other trips to $1.25 Tree. And now I decided to pick it up. I figured, what the hell? I picked up so many of these MGM movies. Why not pick this up? And it's Original Sin. It's got, at the time, 2 of the most beautiful people in the world. And, I guess it's supposed to have a lot of sexual stuff in it, or steamy stuff in it. So I picked it up. Why not? It does say steamy. Oh, steamy. I just said steamy. Steamy and visually lush. That's the Chicago Tribune. And Sin here is much bigger than Original. So Sin is our big takeaway. So, and then there's our side. Okay. Oh, thumbs up. Thumbs up from Roger Ebert, from Ebert and Roper at the Movies. Written for the screen and directed by Michael. I think it's Christopher. There's no H though. Christopher? Michael Christopher? It's written for the screen, which means it's based on a book. Based upon the novel Waltz into Darkness by Cornell Woolrich. I guess the main song in here was done by, which is called You Can't Walk Away from Love, is by Gloria Estefan. This is rated R, and it's for strong sexual content and some violence. There we go. Now I know why I bought it. This was 2000. It's color, 118 minutes. MGM. And okay, let's find out what this is about. The very first line in this, this is funny to me. Sexy Antonio Banderas. It does say it. It's right there. Sexy. I'm not making that up. Sexy Antonio Banderas, The Mask of Zorro. That's a good film. Teams with Oscar-winning sensation. Oscar-winning sensation. Angelina Jolie Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Now it's funny that they mentioned that one because it's like Antonio Banderas. Okay, I could see the Zorro thing, but Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Like if you're going to mention an Academy Award, maybe mention a better movie than Lara Croft Tomb Raider. But it says here, so the Academy Award was for 1999 supporting actress for Girl Interrupted. So maybe they didn't want to use that twice, but as I'm sure they could have found a better film to put on this than Lara Croft Tomb Raider. For this sultry, sexy film so Antonio Banderas is sexy and the film itself is sexy. It's also steamy, according to this. Let's see, for this sultry, sexy film in which sex is used the old-fashioned way as a deadly weapon. That is from the Detroit Free Press. Oh, so is that a review? Sex is used the old-fashioned way as a deadly weapon. Might be taken from their review. Okay. Filled with surprises on top of surprises, Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times. Yeah, so these are just quotes from the reviews. This engrossing film weaves a web of lust, never-ending love and danger. That's the San Antonio Express News, into an erotic thriller of desire, disillusion, and obsession. Okay, so now they're going to tell us what the movie is about. This seems to be a thing with MGM because they just did it on the Woody Allen. They give you like some sort of like a brief history or review history or something like that up here, and then they give us the synopsis of the movie as the second paragraph. So let's see. Wealthy urban coffee merchant. I already like it. Coffee. Right there. You got me. Coffee. Wealthy urban coffee merchant Luis Vargas Banderas only knows his bride-to-be through letters of love. And when he finally meets Jolie, on their wedding day, it's an arranged marriage, he is astounded and left breathless by her beauty and smoldering sexuality. I would agree with that. But behind that beauty, a devious mind is at work. And when he finds his business in ruins, why should you have to ruin a coffee business? His life in shambles and his new life on the run, Lewis begins a relentless pursuit for the woman who not only stole his money, but also his heart, ... And he'll stop at nothing to get it back. Wow. Okay. So she destroyed his business, but he still loves her? Weird combination. Typical MGM. Okay. Now the next one, also MGM. It is Wicker Park. A lot of this stuff I've just never seen. Wicker Park. Josh Hartnett, Wicker Park. There's Josh Hartnett. I remember the trailer for this. I thought that she was gorgeous. I wanted to go see the movie just for her. To me, Josh Hartnett is kind of a piece of wood. I don't know. I never really considered him to be that great of an actor. But she looked it. And I looked really gorgeous in the trailer. And I remember that MGM had a huge problem promoting this film, which is why it bombed. I know it's a thriller, but that's about it. Probably from the front here. I mean, it does say a dangerous, sexy thriller, and that is from In Touch Weekly. So I don't know. Maybe it's kind of the same as this, because that was steamy. This is dangerous, sexy thriller. So never liked this front, but I mean, like I said, I like her. She's very sexy right here. So sexy right there. Well, there's the side. And we got the back. So let's see. Well, 2 thumbs up. Ebert and Roper and the movies. 2 thumbs up. Okay. Well, I'm kind of recognizing some people in here. So that's Rose Byrne back there. And oh, we got Matthew Lillard. Okay. And so is that Kruger? Diane Kruger? Is that maybe her? And then we got Josh Hartnett with a brunette. Josh Hartnett again. Matthew Lillard. And then Josh Hartnett, maybe he's with a woman there, but maybe it's her. Can't really tell from the picture. This is directed by Paul Gulligan. It's written by Brandon Boyce. They got screenplay listed twice. So it's based on a book. Oh, no, wait. Based on the picture. I can't tell what this. Oh, I think it just says based on the motion picture. Maybe that's La Apartment. It was originally called The Apartment. Looks like it's French. And I think they're listing the original screenwriter, like the foreign, like maybe the French screenwriter, and then the American screenwriter. So screenplay is listed twice on this. It's an hour and 55 minutes, color 2004. And this was 2001 is when this package came out. So let's see here. Enter the torrid and treacherous world of Wicker Park, where deception and seduction walk hand in hand, starring an outstanding cast of Hollywood's hottest young stars. I'll be the judge of that when I watch it. Let's see, including Josh Hartnett, Pearl Harbor, Rose Byrne, Troy, Matthew Lillard, Screen, Diane Kruger, Troy. Oh, we got 2 Troy people in here. Wicker Park is a sizzling, action-packed noir thriller that will leave you breathless. So it's MGM, so they do the same thing here too. What if the woman you loved disappeared without a word, without a trace? How far would you go to find her again? When Matthew Hartnett glimpses his lost love, Kruger, in a crowded cafe, he's determined not to lose her a second time. But determination soon turns into obsession, as Matthew finds himself on a dangerous and chilling journey where no one is who they seem, ... and chance meetings with a sexy brunette, Byrne, might unravel friendships, careers, ... and lives. Okay. Not much to say, just kind of boring. Now, the next film I have seen, I've seen it a couple times. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I like this director. I wish that he would do more things, but I think he's mostly focused on television right now. So that would be Throw Mama from the Train, which is also MGM. So we got Danny DeVito, Billy Crystal, and it's enormously likable. And that's from the New York Times. So the film is enormously likable. It's not good or great, or it's just enormously likable. You know what, Mr. DeVito, I found your film to be enormously likable. And I guess that's a good review. This is technically I don't know if you want to say like a remake sequel of Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train. And I found it funny. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I did find it funny. I believe it's also Danny DeVito's first film that he directed. So let's see. So there's the side. And we got the back. So let's see. There's a review on here from Variety. Zany, a fun fantasy, clever and engaging from beginning to end. There you go. I'm not seeing any special features because these are just no thrills MGM DVDs. The film is PG-13, 1987, color 88 minutes. Let's see, it was 2001. So I think these are new. Directed by Danny DeVito, written by Stu Silver. Oh, director of photography is Barry Sonnenfeld, who did Men in Black 1, 2, and 3, and Addams Family 1 and 2. Production designer is Ida Random. So she's done a bunch of stuff. See if there's anybody else of. Yeah, music is by David Newman. He's really known. Anne Ramsey, that's her right there. She's pretty famous. She's passed away, unfortunately. And so we have Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito here in an awkward position. There is Anne Ramsey up there. We got Danny DeVito kind of sneaking around a tree. Billy Crystal, and that's probably supposed to be his wife. And then we got Danny DeVito there. So let's see, what is this about? So funny men, Danny DeVito and Billy Crystal, are hilarious. And Anne Ramsey is hysterically frightful. That is from the Hollywood Reporter. So I would say that they're funny men. So I could agree with that. In this wickedly screwballed Playboy laugh riot that was nominated for 2 Golden Globes and an Oscar, with Rob Reiner and Oprah Winfrey on board for cameos. Oh, I like Rob Reiner. This hysterically dark comedy is just a ticket to make you laugh, Newsweek. Long-suffering mama's boy Owen DeVito has a mother, Ramsey, who's a cross between Quasimodo and the Wicked Witch. Owen's friend, Larry Crystal, has female problems of his own. Ex-wife who stole his novel and made it into a bestseller. That is not nice. Not nice at all. Probably could have been ways of getting around that, but okay. Getting a copyright on it or mailing it to yourself or having a backup or something. But I haven't seen this in a while, so maybe she deleted things. I don't know. Can these hapless males help eliminate each other's problems? Get ready for some of the funniest foul play on film when DeVito, Crystal, and Ramsey put this laugh-a-minute comedy on track. Now, the Golden Globe is actor Danny DeVito in a motion picture, comedy or musical, supporting actress Ramsey in a motion picture, and the Oscar is supporting actress Ramsey, 1987. Excuse me. And there's our. All right. Now we get to one that's not MGM. Do I have any more MGMs in here? Let me take a quick look. You know what we do? Let's just get through this last MGM. Including this one, we got 4 left. So it's actually going quicker than I thought. So this is Assassination Tango, which I heard got mixed reviews when it originally came out. Robert Duvall, Assassination Tango. It's got a nice cover on it. The reviews are intriguing from Roger Ebert. Man, he's done a lot of these. Mesmerizing from Vanity Fair. Hot from Leonard Maltin. All the way down at the bottom, down by their shoes. Hot, Leonard Maltin. There's our side. Our back. And let's see, what does the review on the back say? Electric, exotic, dangerous, and strangely sweet. I was trying to think, that can't be strangely sweet, but it is. So electric, erotic, dangerous, and strangely sweet. Robert Duvall is simply amazing. And that is from RIKO TV Seattle. Robert Duvall wrote and directed this film. He's one of the producers. Oh, Francis Ford Coppola is one of the producers. See, Robert Duvall films. So Robert Duvall, Ruben Blades, Kathy Baker again. MGM, see, so restricted for language and some violence. 1 hour and 54 minutes, color 2003. This came out 2001, this package. So let's see here. Oscar winner Robert Duvall writes, directs, and stars in this fascinating, from Roger Ebert, tale of dancing, deception, ... and deadly passion on the sizzling streets of Argentina, starring Ruben Blades, Kathy Baker, and Lucinda Pedraza. Assassination Tapes is part gritty crime thriller, part dance-driven romance, part evocative character study. The Hollywood Reporter. So let's see, what is it about? Veteran hitman John J. Duvall has just received the toughest assignment of his career. Travel to Buenos Aires. God, I know that. Buenos Aires, you know what I'm talking about. Take down a corporate general and be back in America in less than 3 days. But when the hit is unexpectedly delayed, John finds himself prowling the city's intoxicating tango clubs, only to be seduced by a sultry dancer, Pedreza, tempted by the tango, ... and betrayed by a lethal conspiracy. And 1983 actor, I can't read that. I can't read that at all. It's too small. Teller Menkos or something? I'm not sure. All right. Moving on. Sorry about that. A little bit of internet issues, I guess. But like I said, okay, moving on. And so the next one is one that I have seen a couple times, but I never picked it up and figured, why not? Maybe it's okay. Can always sell it. But it is called Battle Scars. And it's Vietnam took everything he had, ... Now he will take something back. So Vietnam, I mean, it's kind of weird that this takes place. I mean, it's like a period piece. So I guess it takes place in the 70s, like late 70s, maybe mid 80s. You think that they would use maybe a more current war. But so we got, the American flag. We got the army guy here. I'm assuming that's he. He's the he character here. They took everything that he had. I'm guessing it's these people here. So this is Prolific Pictures. I mean, maybe this is an older film. I don't know. Let's see. See if this has a date. Well, it says 2020. Battle Rattle the Movie, LLC. 84 minutes. It's widescreen, not rated. Color. Directed by Samuel Gonez Alos Jr. Might just be Gonzalez. Just spelled slightly differently. Samuel Gonzalez Jr. So let's see if there's anybody. You're not seeing anybody in this that I recognize. I mean, like nobody. I'm guessing Kit Lang is this person here, but so I mean, here we got the main guy. I'm guessing there's the American flag again. Here's maybe the person who took everything he had. And this might be our main guy in Vietnam. Man firing looks like maybe like a shotgun. And then here we have people dressed up. This guy looks like a clown, or at least is just wearing a clown mask. The other guy behind him has a rifle. So let's see. Michael DeLuca, a war veteran suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, struggles to resist the dark experiences that haunt him. Estranged from the normal life around him, a steady, low-paying job, a supportive girlfriend, and the opportunity to reconnect with his son he never saw grow up, Michael sinks into an underworld he may not return from. Written and directed by a veteran, Battle Scars depicts the brutal authenticity, the insurmountable difficulties thousands of soldiers face after returning home. So, yeah, so I'm not really not really sure what to make of this. I mean, it's nice that it's made by a vet, but I know it looked, kind of looked interesting, kind of sounded interesting, so I thought I'd pick it up. Only $1.25. The next one looks like a revenge movie, so I definitely wanted to pick that up, and it's called Recovery. And it says, getting sober is a killer. And here we have good-looking lady here. Looks like she's been through some stuff, maybe. Her hand's been cut. She's got a big-ass knife here, big-ass butcher knife here with some blood on it. There's a house that's out in the woods. I don't think I've heard of any of these people on here. Stephanie Pearson, Hope, Quat Rocky, Liz Finning, and Mike Starr. This is also Echo Bridge. So, oh, that's the guy from, I want to say Sopranos. Woman looking scared. There's a cop with a flashlight. Woman looking mad, who might be that same person there, right there. This looks like man with a meat cleaver. And then we see the house with the light on with maybe the woman from the front standing in front of it. Looks like she's holding something, maybe the knife. Like I said, this is Echo Bridge. It's widescreen. It's 87 minutes color. Originally came out 2019, not rated. Directed by John Liang. It's like Lang, but with an I in there. Liang, maybe. SP Releasing LLC. Stephanie Pearson, seeing if there's anybody. Nope, nobody knows. At least I look. Okay. I believe he was in The Sopranos. It could also be the guy from Dumb and Dumber, who's sitting in between Dumb and Dumber, and they're making that horrible noise that he tells them to shut up about. It could be him too. So let's see. Dr. Jessica Barnes, an idealistic, wet behind the ears treatment psychiatrist, is told to make Ronnie Price her personal project. A decorated war hero in Afghanistan. Oh, we got another kind of like veteran here. Ronnie suffers from PTSD. Wow, I grabbed 2 films with people that deal with that. Hallucinations and blackouts that often result in acts of violence. So I wonder, since this is actually made by a vet, of how his version of PTSD differs from what they write. So be interesting to compare the two. Jessica is determined to provide Ronnie with the care that she believes veterans deserve and don't often receive. That is true. This immediately proves difficult, as on day 1, Ronnie blacks out and brutally attacks another patient. The facility directors plan to discharge her, but Jessica convinces them to give her one more chance. So I hate to say it like this, but what I got from this cover is like, this is a rape revenge movie, kind of like I Spit on Your Grave. That's what this looks like to me. And I figure, okay, well, something horrible happens to her, and then she takes the big knife and goes and cuts all the guys' dicks off or something, or cuts their throats or something like that. This does not sound like that at all compared to of what the cover at least suggests to me. That's weird. There's even the meat cleaver. Yeah, this sounds totally different than the way they're advertising it. At least I think so. Huh, okay. And it's the front. And they just took off the actors' names, basically. Okay, last one. And this is this actually has 3 movies. I got it for 1 film, but it does come with 2 bonus films. And this is kind of an interesting one. So this is called Sleeping Dogs Lie. I got it for this film. I already own this movie. I purchased it a while back, and then I found it at Dollar Tree. And the other 2 movies on here is Taken in Broad Daylight and Headhunter. So it includes 2 bonus movies. How long can a secret stay buried? ? And there we see a guy in the trunk. And then here we have sexy lady with a gun and a shovel. It does say dead end over there. So my reason for picking this up again, because it does even have, it's got the same 2 movies and all that, is the director of this was on One Filmmaker, One Film. And that would be Dino Kovis. And Dino Kovis was one of the new Monkees. So back in 1987, when the Monkees had their huge comeback, when That Was Then, This Is Now was a huge hit, and they basically ran MTV for a year. They decided to, because that was 1986. And then in 1987, they decided to come out with a whole new show called The New Monkees. Kind of like when Star Trek 4 came out and Star Trek had its resurgence, they then a year later came out with Star Trek The Next Generation. So they're doing kind of the same thing here. So they hired 4 new guys in their 20s and to act, sing, play the instruments, maybe write some of the songs. And I like the show. I still think the soundtrack holds up today. They came out with 1 album. There's a couple songs that have been released on YouTube over the last few years that were supposed to be maybe on a 2nd album. The show was canceled only after, I want to say 6, maybe 8 episodes. I liked the show, and I was a fan of all of them, but Dino stood out to me. And so I liked him the best. I even mimicked, basically, there's another guy on there named Jared Chandler, and they had these hair that kind of went up like this. And I mimicked that for a while, as I had that hairdo. And because I was a fan of the show. I even knew somebody who worked on the show. And unfortunately, it got canceled. And I don't think it was on long enough for people to really, get into it or like the music or whatever. So when I was on Facebook, Dino reached out to me asking, hey, how can I see Maximus? And so I told him how see Maximus, and we talked off and on for a little bit. I got to see the new Monkeys. They did a reunion a couple years ago in LA. It was like a private show that I went to, and where I could actually meet him and the other guys. And that was a really fun night. Mickey Dolenz was there of the Monkeys, so that was pretty cool. And so he sang with the new Monkeys. I mean, that's pretty awesome if you're a Monkeys fan. And later on, I asked Dino if he would like to be on One Filmmaker, One Film to discuss this movie, which I like. And I recommend people watching it. I believe it is on Tubi. You can now find it at Dollar Tree, or you can buy it maybe off of Amazon. The other two movies, I know nothing about. So that's my history with this film and its director. I'd like to work with Dino sometime down the road. He says he doesn't act that much anymore, but I'm hoping that I can maybe give him something that he likes enough to where, I can maybe even get just like a little cameo or a small role from him. So and this is Echo Bridge. So let's look at the side and the back. So this one has three films on it. So now here we have young woman with shovel. Here we have a young woman sitting in a chair, and they have a guy buried in the sand right here. So this is directed by Dino, and it's he's one of the producers. Yeah, he does not act in it. It is widescreen. It's 74 minutes, so it's a nice tight 74 minutes. It's color and it's not rated. So this is about, let's see, having just walked in on her husband and his secretary in a more than compromising moment, a betrayed wife decides to take matters into her own hands. Hell-bent on extracting her revenge, she kidnaps both and holds them hostage in the desert. When her husband finds himself bound and gagged in the trunk of his wife's car, he thinks his day can't get any worse, ... But he is gravely mistaken. So that's the wife, that's the secretary, and that's the husband. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. Oh, SP Releasing. We just saw something with SP Releasing. Oh, these guys, the recovery people, SP Releasing. So I would say pick this up just for Sleeping Dogs Live. It's always good to support, these people, to support independent filmmakers. And this was 2019 is when this came out. So the other film that's on here, this one right here, is called Taken in Broad Daylight. It looks like it's directed by Gary Yates. A lot of this writing is hard to read. So 93 minutes, color, widescreen, not rated. It's not rated for, adult situations and violence. I like that. So let's see. So Taken in Broad Daylight. This is the true, inspiring story of teenager Anne. Is that Slutties? Slut? I can't tell if that's Slutis. Will to survive after being kidnapped from a mall parking lot, bound and brutally beaten, and moved across 3 states over 6 days. Anne's ability to manipulate her captor and secretly leave clues of their whereabouts led to her safe release and ultimately her survival. Oh, so it's based on a true story. It stars James Van Der Beek, Sarah Canning, and LeVar Burton from Star Trek. We were just talking about Star Trek, The Next Generation. So there you go. The other one is called Headhunter, The Assignment Weekend, and that's this one here. That is directed by Sebastian. Wow, that is tiny. I cannot make that out. Looks like Panfec. Looks like maybe PANNFCK. Panfanic. Man, I can barely. Stuff is tiny. Man, and it's not very solid and white. All right, well, I can't get that out, but it's 95 minutes, color, widescreen, and it's not rated for adult situations, violence, and profanity. So let's see here. Finding their isolated base camp demolished, an exhausted group of aspiring corporate recruits on a survival weekend have no food, no shelter, and no way to communicate. The panicked business students enter the woods where they begin to lose their heads. Okay, I'd be up for that. Looks like this whole package here is 2019. 262 minutes color. Okay, so Sleeping Dogs Live, which is nice, is on its own disc. And then the other ones is on a double disc. So I like that they're on their separate discs, that they're just not all crammed onto one disc, or you have to flip it over. This is good. Echo Bridge, normally their stuff looks pretty good when they put like one, like 2 or 3 movies on one disc, but this is nice. So, that's kind of a cool picture up there. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's a guy who's got like blood coming down. There's blue, there's his eyes and his nose. Oh, maybe this Headhunter thing might be kind of cool. So, all right, that is it. That's all of them. So let's recap quickly, and then I'll let you go. So we'll start where we ended. Sleeping Dogs Live, I recommend this because Dino directed it, and please support independent filmmaking. Recovery, I'm a little confused about because the front to me says something different than what the pack says, but I don't know, who knows. Battle Scars might be interesting as it's made by a veteran, so that could be fun to watch. And then we got all the MGM stuff. So we got Assassination Tango. Robert Duvall is always good to watch. We got Throw Mama from the Train with a great cast, funny film. Wicker Park, which is dangerous and sexy. So never seen it, might be okay. Then we got Original Sin with 2 beautiful people in it. So that might be okay. One of the best Woody Allen films, Purple Rose of Cairo. Always worth watching that. And we got a Machine Gun Preacher, which I think also the front doesn't really kind of represent the back. I think this looks a little more Rambo than probably what the movie is, but it might be good. Blu-rays, we got, of course, the unrated Anchorman. Fingers crossed for Anchorman 2. Then Bel Canto. Sounds interesting. Good actors in that one. And then the updated ones. So Everfall, with a good front and back on it. The Redeemed, Joe Estevez and Matt McCoy. And finally, The November Man with Pierce. So there we go. So that's all of them. All right, everybody. So thank you very much. And I'm hopefully going to be having another One Filmmaker, One Film on Wednesday. And then I will be having on Friday another 2 filmmakers reviewing one film. It will be myself and guest reviewer Jack Hunter, and we will be reviewing and analyzing and debating and talking about Scream 5 or Scream 2022, however you want to put it. So it's a good video for the review of that movie. So and then also I'll be posting Jonathan Moody and I over at Indie Film Cafe are actually reviewing all the Scream movies, including, I believe, Cursed. and The Faculty. So, which are both, of course, Cursed is, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson, and then The Faculty is Kevin Williamson. So we thought those would be good to review also. All right, so that's it. So thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, please go like go watch, like, and comment and stuff on the Monster Hunter review, the Mila Jovovich film, and see what I thought of that. It's a fun film, but check out the trailer. Or check out the review. I would appreciate it. And I guess that's it. So please, down below, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff so I can grow the channel. All right, thanks a lot. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out after the video. And thank you for watching the very first Dark Park Films sponsored video. And who is that sponsor? Well, I've now learned if I do this with my hands, they go to the right area. There we go. That would be Wildlife Command Center Coffee, and you can purchase it right there. You can go to their website, which is buyWCC.com, and pick up their coffee. They have 2 blends, which I'm going to show you now. The first coffee is this one right here. This is a breakfast blend. It's 10 ounces, and it is a medium ground. And it does say, and it's breakfast, like I said, and this is what it says right here. It says, early bird can catch the worm. So there you go, a breakfast blend coffee that helps you catch the worm in the morning. And I really like this one. I'm more of a breakfast kind of blend coffee guy in the morning. So this one I really like. It has that little bit of oomph to it to kind of get you moving, get you up and out. And so I really enjoy this one, but that doesn't mean that I don't like the other one, which is this one right here. This is a dark roast. It is also 10 ounces, and both of these are $7.99 at their website. Pretty good price for 10 ounces worth of ground coffee. This one is, it's a little darker, so it's, I think it's better for drinking at night. Maybe if you're, writing a screenplay, or if you're filming, this has got that oomph, that double punch to get you going. So this is one that I also recommend. I like both of these quite a bit, but I kind of do, the breakfast in the morning and then the dark more at night. So I recommend both of these quite a bit. And how did I find out about these two, these two coffees here? And how did I find out about Wildlife Command Center? Well, when I was working on Night of the Zomghouls, there was a box of coffee that was just sitting there filled with coffee. And we didn't know what to do with it. Like, whose is this? Who brought it? Why is it here? And so we just kept going to the store and buying coffee. And then one day I said, why don't we just get the coffee out of the box and use that instead of, wasting money on going to Smith's or whatever and picking up coffee. So we did. We did not realize that it was the Wildlife Command Center coffee, and that it, was sponsoring the movie. And it was great coffee. Everybody loved it. And we just went right through it. By the last day of filming, this coffee was gone. And I went and found out, about Wildlife Command Center, asked if they would like to be a sponsor for Dark Park Films, for their coffee. As many of you know, I love coffee. I love coffee mugs. And so this was a perfect match. And Wildlife Command Center is great with animals. So they provide a great service for rescuing animals. So it's kind of that double whammy for me, where coffee, helping animals, you can't go wrong. And they were even cool enough to send me, get in there, a coffee mug because they knew that I liked coffee mugs. And right now, I don't get that. That a little bit. I'm going to go on the keyboard, but that's their dark blend because I'm recording this at night. So I am actually drinking that while recording. Also, one thing that you can get at their website, which is cool, is you can get this. There you go. This pocket knife, which is $9.49. And this is pretty cool because it has their name on it. Wildlife Command Center, we can catch it. And this is what it looks like. Put that down there. There we go. Fully out. So you're getting like the bottle opener, you got the corkscrew, you got a screwdriver, you got a blade, and then you got this little hook thing that you can pop it into something that doesn't have a tab, and then the liquid or whatever in there will come out. So this is pretty cool. And I'm just going to keep mine in my car because you never know. You might need a pocket knife. So please support them. I'm going to have links down below, where you can, check out just the Wildlife Command Center. I'll also have a link for Wildlife Command Center coffee. And it will basically be for both these guys right here. And please support them. I support them. I think what they do is pretty awesome. And, maybe this coffee will be on your set or in your kitchen. It will definitely be, on my set, in my kitchen. I know that. So please, once again, I'm going to show you these. Please go to their website and pick up their coffee and make it part of your day or night, depending on which one you like. So that'll be about it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, so thank you. And once again, please support my channel. Please support the Wildlife Command Center. And I will catch you later. Bye.